Okay, so I think you all know by now that I am one who does not like to waste time. And whenever an anime season rolls by, I end up starting a lot of shows, but end up not finishing, close to any of them. However, this season, I ended up finishing a lot more shows than I expected to. In other words, more than one. So, consider this my review of the spring season. I will also be including anime that began airing during the winter season, but finished in the spring season. So, without further ado, let us begin! Okay, so technically this anime hasn't finished airing yet, and I do intend on reviewing it when I get back from my hiatus, which I'll be talking about a little later, but I do not find this show enjoyable. The story makes no sense, the characters aren't very solid in terms of personality, development, or motivation, and the shaft visuals are beyond obnoxious. However, the saving grace for this anime is the music. The songs are catchy and well executed with some pretty good animation, for the most part. Awful CG! Off! I apologize for the interruption, I've had a pretty bad cough recently. So, in the long run, it's pretty bad in my opinion, but not completely awful. There were some episodes that I did enjoy, and some of the characters are pretty likable. But even those nice aspects can't save this train wreck. Congratulations, Akiyuki Shimbo! You finally directed a show that I like! Nisekoi was a very entertaining harem show, offering up some pretty hilarious comedy and character interactions. The show also shows sign of having a deeper meaning towards love, by showcasing the different ways the girls try and fail to grab Raku's heart, which I found to be interesting. However, the show is really cliched, which can be hit or miss depending on your tastes. For me, it added to the charm of the show, but that's just me. There are a lot of people out there who hate cliches. So, even though this is one of the more enjoyable shows of recent memory, I can't give it higher than this score, which is kind of unfortunate. Ah, the guilty pleasure of the season. Yeah, I view Date Alive to be a guilty pleasure, but a quality guilty pleasure, if you get what I'm saying. Honestly, nothing has really changed from the first season. This is basically just a continuation, and anything else I have to say about it would spoil everything. I guess this season was definitely more dramatic and took itself seriously at points, which could be a turnoff if you like the pure stupidity of the first season. For me, I thought the drama was pretty well integrated, which is weird because this is normally something I criticize. So, if you like the first season, watch the second season. Also, anyone else excited for the movie? This anime is kind of a likable mess. The story is really rushed and all over the place in terms of direction, and there were moments where I had no idea what was going on. The characters also weren't the strongest, with the exceptions of Jugo and Tensai. Jugo is one of the more refreshing main characters that I've come across in a while, with a great personality and a backstory that I wish they'd expanded upon more. Tensai, the master detective, is also really fun to watch, and the show does add additional depth to her personality. Everyone else, though, is pretty forgettable in the long run. The animation is also pretty standard A1 Pictures fare, which is a really nice touch, and the voice acting is top-notch. This is a show I would recommend if you want to kill some time with a fun anime that you don't have to think too much about. This is a show that definitely lives up to its name. It's a master of killing your time in an entertaining and distracting manner, and I love the show for it. This show thrives on creating the most extravagant ways for Seki to distract Yokoi with his silent antics involving games, toy robots, pencils, dominoes, and, well, the list goes on. So, you get what you expect with this show. If you like the first episode, you'll probably like the rest of them, but if you don't like the first episode, don't continue it. It doesn't really change. Also, if you just want to hear some Kana Hanazawa, just go ahead and watch this show. This show was the surprise of the season. I decided to watch it when it was over half done, and ended up marathoning all the episodes that were available, and eagerly awaiting each of the new episodes each week. Aside from a romantic subplot, because this is a slice-of-life comedy, there's pretty much no real story to speak of, but the characters and the humor are more than enough to keep me coming back. Each episode had me laughing and just completely enjoying myself. All the characters are memorable and incredibly likable. The art is absolutely fantastic and the voice acting was very good. There isn't much else to say, just go watch it! So, what shows did you watch this spring season? Leave it in the comments and I'll see you guys when I get back. Remember earlier when I mentioned I was going on a hiatus? Well, this is going to be my last video for a while, as I will have no access to the internet for around a month after this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic July, and I'll see you all in August.